There was a time I didn't trust the stillness. Thought it meant I was falling behind. Every pause felt like a question, every silence a sign. I kept my hands busy with tomorrow, and my mind stuck in yesterday. Afraid if I stop moving, I feel everything I pushed away. But something changes when you're tired of pretending you're okay. When the noise stops impressing you and you just want a quieter day. So I sat with the weight of it. No music, no phone, no plan. Just me and the sound of breathing, trying to understand. I noticed how my chest felt tighter when I lied even small, and how relief came softly when I didn't pretend at all. Some truths don't arrive screaming, they don't break the door down. They wait patiently in the corner until you finally turn around. I realize peace isn't constant. It comes and it goes like the tide, but it visits more often when I stop running inside. I don't romanticize the struggle, I don't glorify the pain, but I respect what it taught me about loss, about change. There are days I still feel fragile, like one word could pull me apart. But I'm learning that tenderness is a weakness of the heart. I speak to myself more gently now, even when I don't succeed. I remind myself I'm learning, not failing, just being me. The past still knocks sometimes, late at night, uninvited, but I don't lock the door anymore. I listen and I let it slide. I don't need everything figured out, I don't need control. I trust the slow unfolding of whatever makes me whole. There's a warmth in choosing presence, in staying when it's uncomfortable, and letting moments be unfinished and still feel meaningful. Maybe good energy isn't a feeling, maybe it's a decision you make to stay honest with yourself at every bend, every break, to rest when you're empty, to move when it feels right, to forgive your own shadow without needing the light. So I walk with less armor, and I breathe with more space. I don't rush the becoming, I let life set the pace. I'm not searching for peace anymore, I let it find me instead. In quiet mornings, slow evenings, and the things left sunset. I was quiet for a while, listening to my own breath, trying to remember who I was before the rush. The world kept moving faster, but my heart needed space. So I learned how to slow down and look myself in the face. Some days I feel open, some nights I feel unsure, but I don't fight the feeling. I let it come, let it pour. I'm not chasing every answer, I'm not running from the past. I'm just standing in this moment, letting something real last. There's a calm beneath the noise if you stay long enough. Not a miracle, I promise, just a quiet kind of trust. I don't need to shine brighter, I don't need to be strong. I just need to stay honest when I feel right, when I'm wrong. And maybe that's the energy people try so hard to find. Not something you're given, just the peace you make with time. I breathe in what feels true, I release what I can't hold. I'm not broken, I'm just human, learning as I go. No big words, no illusion, no perfect state of mind, just a soft and steady rhythm, keeping me aligned.
I don't remember the exact moment when the things started to feel lighter. It wasn't a decision or a promise, more like learning not to tighten. I stopped measuring my worth by how much I could endure. Stop calling exhaustion strength, stop pretending I was sure. Will we to hear my breath? Buried old conversations. On earth they were done. Where is that state in myself? Like shadows back in the sun.
But time has a quiet wisdom. It doesn't much or explain.
It slowly softens the edges of what once felt great pain. I begin to notice my shifts, the way mornings felt as heavy, the way silence stopped accusing me and started feeling steady. I don't wake up fearless, I don't sleep without doubt, but I no longer let those feelings decide what I'm about. Some nights I sit with my thoughts, let them come without fight. Of mine that listening close, weekends dark and it's in the light.
Not everything needs fixing. Not every feeling needs a need. Some things just need space to pass through you and change.
I don't chase clarity anymore.
I don't need a perfect view.
I trust the slow unfolding.
Becoming something true.
There's a beauty in unknowing, in leaving doors half open, and letting life surprise you instead of every word spoken. I watch ever with myself now.
Even when I'm far behind,
I'm in the storm that healing.
is a linear kind.
The past still whispers sometimes, but it doesn't pull me back. I hear it, I think it, then return to where I'm at. I don't rest, refuse it. I replay yesterday. I stay close to this morning in the simplest way. Breathing without expectations, standing where my feet are found, feeling grounded in uncertainty, letting peace come around. Maybe good in these patience with the person you become, and compassion for the version that didn't know where to run. Just choosing honesty over confidence,
Standing so the nights,
listening to your inner rhythm,
stand a louder voices
so I keep moving quietly
until we're at none too cool.
to staying present and open with every step I've chosen. I'm not searching for a new life,
Learning how to stay,
somewhere in that state.
learning I feel okay.
I used to think I had to move faster to be seen, to belong. Like if I stop for a second, everything good would be gone. So I filled the silence with noise, and the nights with restless plans. But the more I tried to control it, the less I could understand. There was a moment in the quiet, between a thought and a sigh, when I felt something soft, like the world wasn't asking me why. I started listening deeper, not to voices, not to fear, to the space in my chest when something honest felt near. Some days still feel heavy, some memories stay loud, but I don't push them away now. I let present with the choices I make. There's a rhythm in breathing when you stop holding your breath, a gentle kind of strength in accepting what's left. I don't chase every feeling, I don't label the pain. I let joy come in quietly, like soft summer rain. And maybe that's the energy, not loud, not forced, not bright, just a steady inner balance that stays even at night. I forgive who I was when I didn't know my way. I thank myself for surviving all the nights I couldn't stay. I walk slower than before, but my steps feel more mine. Every scar tells a story, every loss drew a line. I don't need a final answer, I don't need a sign above. I trust the way I'm moving with a little care, a little love. Feels honest, I let go of what I outgrew. I'm not searching for a higher place, I'm just becoming true. No spotlight, no disguise, no version I have to play, just good energy flowing in the simplest way. I don't talk much about the days I lost. They don't ask to be remembered, but sometimes they sit beside me like old friends who know my temper. They remind me who I was when everything felt urgent, when rest felt like a weakness and love felt like a burden. I thought peace meant disappearing, leaving parts of myself behind.
But the truth waited patiently in the corners of my mind. It said stay, not everything needs escaping. Some things need your attention, some wounds need time.
So I stayed when it was uncomfortable, when distraction lost its charm. I stayed with the quiet tension instead of sounding the alarm.
I noticed how my body speaks before my thoughts catch up, how a tight chest knows the truth before my mouth opens up.
I started trusting small instincts, the ones I used to ignore, like knowing when to walk away and when to stay a little more.
There's a softness in choosing less and not proving what you feel, and letting moments be incomplete and still be real.
Some nights I feel unfinished, like a sentence without an end. But I've learned that uncertainty doesn't always pretend. It just asks you to be present, to sit
don't go my way, I don't shame myself for resting. I don't rush myself to stay brave. The world keeps asking for speed, for certainty, for signs. But my life feels true when I move in my own time. There's strength in quiet mornings, in choosing not to explain, in finding comfort in routine, without calling it mundane. I don't chase the perfect balance, I let imbalance teach. I listen when discomfort has something real to preach. I made peace with my shadows, they don't scare me anymore. They only show where light hasn't reached before. I'm not chasing a higher version, I'm not trying to transcend. I'm learning how to stay human until the very end. So I breathe in without expectation, I exhale the need to know. I trust the rhythm of living, even when it's slow. And maybe good energy is patience with the shape your life takes, not forcing clarity, not rushing your mistakes, just walking with awareness, letting moments arrive, choosing honesty over comfort, and calling it alive.
The day slips in without a sound, soft light on the floor, nothing knocking at my chest and nothing asking for more. I breathe in slowly, it feels clean, like it knows my name. I don't chase the morning mood, I let it come the same.
Windows open, sky feels wide, time loosens its hold. Every thought feels warm and clear, nothing sharp or cold. I'm not late, I'm not behind, I'm right where I stay. Energy moves quietly and finds its way. I used
To rush to feel alive, to prove I'm on my way. Now I feel a spark arrive when I don't push there.
easy like new day, soft energy in my veins. I don't need to run ahead, I let the rhythm stay. Easy like new day, calm but moving through. This is how the morning feels when I'm true.
Coffee, steam, a gentle pause, sun climbs slow and kind. I don't need loud beginnings to clear my mind. Every sound is in its place, every breath feels right. I'm not fixing what I am, I'm waking up to life.
The world can wait a little bit, I've learned a better pace, where listen builds momentum more than speed or race. I don't wake up fighting time, I don't wake up tense, I is soft and clear. I move with what the morning gives and stay here. If the noise comes later on, if the calm feels thin, I return to this beginning and breathe it in. No finish line, no final test, no need to prove. Just light and sound and open space to move. Slow, slow, open sky. Everything aligns, easy like new day. Energy that doesn't rush. I don't need to push my life, I trust. Easy like new day, sunrise in my chest. Calm, awake and moving forward, this feels best. This feels best. Soft start, clear flow. Easy life. I didn't arrive here suddenly. It took years of small mistakes, wrong turns that taught me patience, and nights I stayed awake. I remember wanting certainty, clear answers, solid ground. Oh, but life kept offering questions, and silence was a sound. There were days I felt invisible, even in a crowded room, smiling out of habit, hoping something real would bloom. I learned how easy it is to disappear into routine, to live life on the surface and forget what you mean. But something cracked one evening, nothing dramatic, nothing loud, just a tired kind of honesty that finally spoke out. I admitted I was lonely, not broken, not undone, just missing my own presence after everything I'd run. So I stopped explaining myself to voices that never stayed, and started listening inward in a slower, softer way. Some days I still feel uncertain, like I'm standing on a line between who I used to be and who I'm becoming in time. But I've made peace with the in-between, the place where nothing is clear, where growth feels uncomfortable but strangely sincere. I don't rush joy when it comes, I let it sit, let it breathe. I've learned happiness isn't loud, it doesn't beg to be seen. There's beauty in ordinary moments, in coffee cooling down, and walking without direction through familiar parts of town. I don't judge my sadness anymore, it doesn't scare me like before. I see it as a visitor, not a sentence, not a door. I talk to myself with more kindness, especially on harder days. I've realized survive itself deserves a little praise. The past still tells a story, sometimes softer, sometimes sharp, but I don't let it define me, I let it play its part. I'm learning to trust my rhythm, even when it feels slow. Not every season is meant for show, and sometimes just grow. I don't need constant light now, I don't fear the shade. I know who I am in quiet, when nothing needs to be said. And maybe that's good energy, not excitement, not escape, but staying with your own truth in every form it takes. Choosing presence over pressure, choosing rest over race, letting life unfold naturally at its own pace. So here I am, still learning, still open, still unsure, but more honest than I've ever been. And somehow that feels pure. I don't promise perfection, I don't chase a higher state, I because they're dark, but because they're quiet. And the world listens loud. I learned early how to adapt, how to read a room, how to soften my edges so I wouldn't be consumed. But somewhere along the way, I confused survival with living. I gave too much of myself without knowing what I was giving. I mistook tension for purpose, movement for growth. I thought being needed was the same as being close. It took a long kind of tired to finally sit still, to notice how my chest felt when I stopped pushing my will. I saw how often I said yes when my body whispered no, how I ignored my own signals just to keep the flow. So I started listening closer to the pauses between my thoughts, to the moments after silence, when truth quietly knocks. Not everything I found was gentle. Some of it stung to see, but honesty has a way of setting something free. I don't rush past discomfort now. I let it speak its part. It usually points me back to a neglected heart. There are nights I still feel empty, like something's missing inside. But I don't fill the space with noise. I let the feeling ride. I've learned that loneliness isn't always a lack of love. Sometimes it's an invitation to meet yourself without gloves. I sit with my reflection without trying to adjust. I see the flaws, the softness, the fear, the trust. I don't need to be impressive, I don't need to be strong. I just need to stay aligned with where I truly belong. The world keeps offering shortcuts, ways to numb or escape, but I choose the slower road, even when it aches, because there's something sacred in choosing to feel and letting moments unfold instead of forcing them real. I forgive myself more often for the times I didn't know, for the ways I protected myself by letting things go.
Growth doesn't always look like progress. Sometimes it looks like rest, like staying in one place long enough to hear your own chest.
I don't chase the future's promise, I don't fight the past way. I stay present with what's here and trust that it's not too late. There's a quiet confidence growing, not loud, not complete, just a steady understanding that my pace is enough for me.
So I breathe without expectation, I walk without a role. I let life touch me honestly without losing control. And maybe good energy isn't something you search for or define. Maybe it's what appears when you stop abandoning your own time.
I'm not arriving at anywhere, I'm not trying to be new, I'm just learning how to stay and be true. Morning comes easy today, light slips in, no rush. I stretch my arms, breathe it in, everything feels enough. Shoes on, keys in my hand, street sounds feel step feels deep. Sun on my skin, simple smile, nothing more I need. I don't chase the perfect feeling, I just let it lead. I move with the beat of the city, soft and steady, no race. Every song feels friendly, every face has a place. I'm not late, I'm not early, I'm right here, right now. There's a quiet kind of confidence in knowing how, in knowing how. Music plays, heart responds like it's always known. This little joy in motion feels like home. I don't carry yesterday, I don't borrow tomorrow. I stay light in the present, let go of the sorrow. Every breath feels cleaner, every thought slows down. I find peace in movement as I walk through town. Nothing big, nothing loud, just a gentle start. Good energy in small moments, dancing in my heart. So I keep this pace, let the sunlight stay. Not trying to go anywhere, just enjoying the way.
The city breathes slower after midnight, when the lights stop trying so hard. That's when I feel closest to myself. Not broken, not girded, just soft. I'll walk without checking the time, letting my thoughts drift ahead. There's something honest in the dark, it doesn't ask to be led. I remember who I was in a hurry, always afraid of falling behind. Feels if life was a race I didn't choose, I still try to win every time. I carried expectations like armor, or strength will tailing a slip. Forgot that being present was the bravest thing I could give. Somewhere between tired and crying, I stopped arguing with the past, stopped asking more moments, why are they getting less? But realized not everything ends badly, some things just finish their role. There leaves ways behind them, so something else can go. I don't be right feels like breathing.
Some days it feels like grit.
I don't try to control the future.
I don't replay what's gone.
I stand in the space between my love keeps moving on. There's freedom in choosing less and not needing to be seen. Think find the peace in ordinary things that don't try to be pristine. Every solve distant traffic or window slightly open, like unfinished conversations that no longer feel broken. I talk to myself more gently now, especially when I'm unsure. I don't demand clarity, I allow myself to endure. Not everything needs meaning,
Not every feeling a name,
some things are meant to be felt,
then released again.
I trust the slow unfolding of who I'm meant to be. Not a destination or version, just a deeper honesty. So I'll move through this moment without forcing it to shut. I let the night hold me briefly, then return me the time. I don't chase peace anymore, let it come and go like a familiar crash. And thin knows when to show, and maybe good energy exists, but quiet agreement inside to stay open, to stay human, like left aside.
I wake up with the light on my face, windows open, it feels new. No rush, no heavy thoughts, just another day to move. Coffee cooling on the table, music playing low and right. I don't need a big plan, I just let the moment guide. Feet on the floor, heart in time, every step feels easy now. There's a rhythm in the simple things I never noticed how. I'm not chasing yesterday, I'm not worried what's ahead. I feel alive in small details and the words I haven't said. Sun comes in, soft and warm, like it knows me well. Every sound, every breath feels like a story I can tell. I move light, I move free, nothing pulling me apart. Just a quiet kind of happiness dancing in my heart. No pressure, no pretending, no reason to slow down. I smile for no special reason, walking through the town. Life feels good in motion when I stop overthinking. Let the day unfold itself, one moment blinking. I don't need to be louder, I don't need to be fast. I just stay in this feeling, let it last. There's a beat in every morning, if you listen close enough. It's not asking for perfection, just a little trust. So I step into the daylight with an open state of mind. Nothing big, nothing heavy, just good energy, good time.
I wake up slow with the morning light, breathing in, everything feels right. No rush now, I got time. Every step falls into line. Soft wind moving through my mind, leaving all the weight behind. I don't chase, I don't fight, I just flow in Come alive.
Good energy all around me. Feel it rising, feel it free. Every moment gently reminds me this is where I'm meant to be. Good energy,
Calm and clear. In my heart I keep it near.
don't feel it.
No doubt inside. I'm aligned, I'm alive. I'm alive. No more waiting, no more signs. This moment is already mine. Light within, soft and strong. I've been here all along.
Good energy. Good energy. Good energy.
I breathe it in, I let it stay. I'm moving like I'm okay. Known and friends we halfway. Soft steps in the light. No alarms inside my chest. No need to fight. Hair moves easy through the room, like it's on my side. I don't ask the day for speed, I let it guide. Curtains glow, the sky feels kind. Tone loosens its grip. Every thought arrives in time, learns to sip.
I'm not chasing early wins. I'm not late at all. Energy is waking up behind the calm.
I used to push the fire hard to feel the heat. Now I feel a steady flame in every beat.
Quiet spot, moving slow, won't begins to go. I don't need the fast to start, I let it flow. Quiet spark, clear and bright, soft power in my sight. This is how the morning moves and it's right.
Coffee steam becomes pause. Sun climbs without sound. I don't need loud beginnings to feel found. Every sound is very tense. Every breath feels true. I'm not fixing who I am, I'm waking through. The world can wait a moment.
spark, moving slow. Focus finds its glow. Nothing heavy on my shoulders. Stay ground below. Quiet spark, clear and bright. Calm light feels alive. I move with what the morning gives and arrive.
If the noise comes later on, if the cold runs thin, I'll return to this beginning. We'll bathe it in. No finish line, no final test. No need to prove, just light and sound, then open space to move. Soft groove, open sky, everything you are. Spark, moving slow, energy that doesn't rush. I don't need to push my life up, trust. Quiet, one dim by sunrise in my chest. Call the way to moving forward. This feels best.
I don't ask life to be easier anymore. I ask myself to be present, to meet each moment as it comes, without resistance. I've seen how quickly joy fades when you try to own it, how peace slips away the moment you name it. So I let things pass through me without gripping too tight. I've learned that holding gently is its own kind of might. There were years I tried to be understood, explaining every choice I made, but clarity doesn't come from words. It comes from how you stay. I stopped shrinking my truth to fit into borrowed spaces. Stop performing calm with tired faces. I choose honesty now, even when it costs, even when it asks me to sit with loss. Not every ending feels clean, some leave questions behind, but I've learned that confusion is still a sign of life. I don't chase intensity, I don't fear the slow. I trust the seasons of feeling in the ebb and the flow. Some mornings arrive quietly, no inspiration, no sign, just a body waking up, and that's enough this time. I've learned how to listen to fatigue before it turns to pain, how to rest without guilt, how to stop explaining.
There's dignity and simplicity in choosing less and letting ordinary moments be enough to bless. I don't measure my worth by productivity or speed. I honor the unseen work of planting unseen seeds. The world may move impatient, demanding answers now, but I've grown comfortable with unanswered hows. I speak to myself like a friend, not a project to fix. I allow contradictions, I don't need to be consistent.
Some days feel grounded, some days feel thin, but I don't abandon myself in either skin. I've learned that balance isn't staying still, it's returning to center again and again. Will
I don't romanticize suffering, but I don't deny it too. It shaped my depth before I ever knew.
so I walk with awareness, not rushing the view. I let life reveal itself when it's ready to. And maybe good energy is wisdom, earned quietly over time. Not loud joy or endless light, but peace that doesn't need to shine.
It's trusting your inner tempo, even when it's slow. Staying when it's uncomfortable, and leaving when you know. I don't need a final version, I don't need a role to play. I just keep
home in my skin.
I used to think home was something you reached, like a place at the end of a road. If I just kept going, kept proving, I'd finally feel whole.
But life doesn't work like a finish line. It moves in circles and waves. Some days you feel open and steady, some days you're barely okay.
I spent years trying to be stronger than what I was actually feeling. Calling numbness peace, calling distance healing.
I didn't know that slowing down would ask me harder things, like sitting with my own thoughts without escaping. There's a quiet fear in stillness when you stop running away. You hear the parts of yourself that were never given a say.
Old memories surface gently, not to hurt, not to stay. Just asking to be noticed before they fade away.
I learned that pain isn't the enemy. It's a signal, not a flaw. It shows you where you cared deeply, where something mattered before.
Some nights I feel the way again, a familiar kind of ache. But I don't panic like I used to. I know it will break.
I let emotions come and go, like weather passing through. I don't build my home in storms, I just watch them move. There's something honest in acceptance, not giving up, not giving in, just allowing life to unfold from wherever you've been.
I don't rush joy when it arrives, I don't cling when it fades. I've learned that balance is something quietly made.
In the way you speak to yourself when nobody's around, in the way you treat your own heart when it's tired and worn down.
I forgive the versions of me that didn't know how to cope. They did the best they could with the tools they were shown.
Growth isn't loud or dramatic, it doesn't announce its name. It looks like choosing rest instead of feeding the flame.
It looks like staying present, even when it's uncomfortable. Trusting that uncertainty is still something livable. I don't need everything answered, I don't need to feel complete. I'm learning to feel grounded, standing on uncertain feet. And maybe good energy is this, not happiness, not control, but a steady relationship with your own soul. Knowing when to move forward, knowing when to stay, listening closely when life whispers instead of shout your way. So I walk with a softer posture, less guarded, less afraid.
I don't rush the becoming, I let it be delayed. I'm not trying to escape myself, I'm learning how to stay. And in that quiet commitment, I finally find my way.